We're going to make a set of outtakes.
Outtakes. There.
Sure,
Yeah, it's running.
It's a whole different energy when, anyway. That's how we run our classes, you know, guys. Have you all been to classes where it's almost like you're at church with guns? Yeah. Who the hell wants to do that, right? We're a bunch of meat eaters over here training how to kill bad guys. We may as well act like it, right?
Our class is a little fucking different.
Let's be who we are instead of trying to pretend to be somebody else.
Different.
Okay. Well, I'm already out of YouTube, so who gives a shit, right? Vimeo, I pay for them, so they're not gonna. As long as I don't put up some porn or something like that, they're not gonna care.
So. You're talking about putting Greg on?
All right, we're working now. Damn it. Okay, so we just worked on skipping buckshot. I think we were at 25 yards or something like that. Okay, and that worked pretty good. Okay, the same effect can happen on a vertical rather than a horizontal platform. Again, this is for a situation that, let's say you're in a building and you're taking a corner and you know that there's a bad guy on the other side there, but you don't want to expose yourself to him. You can certainly use buckshot in the same manner as when we're skipping it on a horizontal plane. Now over here, what we have is, granted, you're not going to have steel walls, but this is an easy way to set this up on the range. We've just got a steel target over here. You're going to be shooting from that angle over there. And let's see what the result is on these targets that we put in the position that the bad guy would be. Okay, so you know what the configuration is. Let's say that we have a corner over here, okay, and you've taken fire, the bad guy flees back around the corner. Well, this is a way to address that issue. There's a lot of guys who say, oh my gosh, liability and all this kind of business. Look, there is a time in every fight where the only thing that's going to matter to you is winning that fight, and everything else is secondary. That's what these techniques are for. All right, this isn't for the burglar in the parking lot with the screwdriver. This is for events that are a little bit more intense and a little bit more demanding on you, and failure is not an option, losing is not an option, and allowing the bad guy to get away is not an option. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and make this happen, and then we'll discuss the results. Okay, so that's pretty good. So let's entertain some questions. I know we had one over here.
If we shot the first steel instead of the second one, we probably get the same result.
Same result, yeah, same result. We just kind of set that one up on a more vertical because the first one was already kind of leaning over a little bit.
The only target that really took any hits is the one on the right, which is in line.
We're going to go look at them in just a minute here, okay? All right. I know I'm kind of in the sun here. Let me shift over. Okay, other questions. I know we had a couple others that were asking.
Concrete walls and brick walls, the same?
Yeah, concrete walls and brick walls are going to be the same. Pretty much all walls are going to give you the same effect. The harder the wall, the more pronounced the effect. Same thing with the surface. If you're skipping buckshot off of like sand on a beach, you're not going to get the same effect as it's an asphalt street, okay, or tarmac.
So asphalt is going to be, this is pretty hard packed stuff, but asphalt's going to be
even more so. Yeah, even more so. Other questions? Okay, let's go look at these targets. All right, now, again, this is just an artificial demonstration. But nonetheless, these were targets that we were already shooting earlier, so they already had marks in them. But you can easily tell that this isn't the case. This wasn't the way they were when we first put them up. Now, this target over here, it took a little bit of damage, but not so much. Now, this is in line with what we described, where the angle of departure is going to be shallow. What did you say, Greg? How many degrees?
14 to 17.
14 to 7, in that neighborhood, okay? Just understand, if this target was right here, most of the damage would be on the left side of the target. The farther away it is, the more it's going to be centralized. But now come on over here and look at the nature of these impacts. In comparison with buckshot from earlier, okay, you see the spherical buckshot, how clean it is. It looked like little pistol holes. And then you look at the trash. that's flying toward this thing after ricocheting off of the wall surface. Okay, all of these are going to be injurious. He's not going to ignore these, whether they're fatal or not. I mean, who the heck knows? But this is a pretty good indication of what's possible. Okay, questions? All right, good stuff.